This is the plaintiff, Susanna Wolfhart. She says she loaned the defendant her daughter money for tuition and a lawyer after her arrest, and her own flesh and blood won't pay her back. Her daughter would always say to her, "Don't worry, Mommy, I'll pay you back," but never has. She's tired of waiting and has no other choice but to take her to court to get her $5,000 back. This is the defendant, Jennifer Wolfhart. She says first and foremost, her mother, the plaintiff, never loaned her any money. They've never had a typical mother-daughter relationship in the first place and have never gotten along. The plaintiff has no job and thinks she came into a lot of money because of a car accident and is out to get a piece of her settlement money. Well, she has a message for dear old Mom. Just leave me alone. She's accused of breaking up the family.
Thank you, Douglas. All right, Susanna Wolfhart?
Yes.
You are suing your daughter, Jennifer Wolfhart, for $5,000, according to you, you're out more than that, in money you paid for tuition 5 years ago, as well as attorney's fees, that all of which you say was a loan. Tell me what's going on.
Well, it was August 30th, 06. My daughter was in a car accident. When I reached the car accident, she was upset, and she says, "Mommy, I'm very sorry that I crashed your car." She says, "If I win the case for the car accident, I'll give you some money." And I was like, "Okay, fine."
She said that at the scene of a car crash?
Yes, because she totaled my whole car.
The car was under your name?
Yes, it was.
So any compensation for the actual car would go to you, I take it, because that was your car. She would sue for her injuries.
Right.
What ended up happening, by the way? There was a lawsuit filed and you won money for your injuries.
Yes, we had two lawyers.
Right?
She got money for her car.
All right, so go on.
She just got her settlement last year.
Okay, okay. All right. So which explains why you haven't sued for 5 years for tuition money, but you're suing for tuition money.
Right.
You're not suing for your fair share of her settlement.
No.
Okay.
No,
so now
see,
tell me about the tuition money.
The tuition money.
I take it she didn't share with you when the cha-ching, the cash register rang. She didn't share with you.
No.
Okay. So go on.
With the tuition, I had paid it so she wouldn't have to take out a student loan, because with the student loan, you would have to pay interest on it. This way, if I paid it, she would just pay me back for the tuition. And the job that she has, I know she doesn't make that much money. So, like, even if she gave me, let's say, $20, here and there, and until the full settlements came from the car accident. That's how she said she would pay the rest of it back.
Okay, but the car
she
accident,
hasn't given
she
me
started
anything.
school in 2006.
Right.
The full settlement, so you expected her, so you're telling me that the agreement was that you would pay her tuition, she'd pay $20 a week or something since 2006.
Right.
Until the car settlement, which didn't happen until 2010, 4 years later.
Right.
Did you end up finishing college?
No.
How long did you do?
I did 2 years,
Okay.
which she only paid one semester.
Okay.
Which she told me, "You don't have to pay me back," because she had an altercation with my older brother, which is standing over there. She had told him.
Which one's the older brother?
The one in the middle.
Okay.
She had told him if he wants to continue going to school, he's going to have to either get another job or take out a student loan. I got worried that I would have to do the same, so I sat down with both my mother and father at the dinner table, and I asked them, "What should I do?" And my mom said to me, "I know you're going to do something with your life," because I was going to become a nurse. She goes, "I'll pay for this semester for you," which was of spring 2008 she paid. So when she says she paid 2006, she did not. I received $10,000 from her mother when she passed away for school. All three of my brothers, me and my two brothers, received $10,000 each.
Okay, that was when? When did you receive the $10,000?
She passed away in 1997, and the money was to be used when I started college. And I started college in 2006.
And so how did that money come from, when you say was to be used when you started college, was there
It was
some
in a fund.
And so how did the money actually go from that fund to your school?
My mother would write the checks from that fund.
Because she was a trustee?
Yes. She would write the checks from that, and then when I finished the 10 grand, I guess after 2 years, it was going to be my first semester of nursing, which was my last semester in school. And I did one semester of nursing, and then I was told that since I suffer from short-term memory loss from my seizures, that I couldn't become a nurse. So my nursing advisor told me to drop all my classes. So I dropped all my classes that semester.
What is your short-term memory loss?
I was diagnosed with short-term memory loss when I went to go take an IQ test. to see like what was going on otherwise in my head, and they told me I suffered from short term.
What had you noticed that made you do
like
that?
I couldn't focus in school. I would look at something and then like 10 minutes later I'd forget it, and I didn't know why. So I knew something was wrong, so I went to my mother and I said, can we please go back to the doctor and see what's wrong with me? I want to know.
Because you had seizures earlier?
Yeah, I started having seizures when I was 14.
Okay, so did you ever go back to?
No, I was going to. I was going to go apply at City Tech last year, and then all this stuff happened with my family last year. My mother kicked me out, and I've been on my own for a year now.
Back to you. You end up paying for a semester. Was it a semester or a year?
It was more than that. I have all the checks and the receipts from
Let me see them.
CSI, and I have her withdrawal
What's
paper
CSI?
here. College of Staten Island.
Okay. All right, and according to you, she's supposed to pay you back.
Correct.
Had you paid for college for, who are the gentlemen next to you?
That's my son, Matthew.
Okay.
And that's my son, Christopher.
Okay.
Who just graduated from Kingsborough Community College.
And the gentleman next to him?
Is a good friend of my
Moral
second
support.
son.
Okay. Did you pay for their college?
Christopher, I paid for his college, and I had him sign a paper that he pays me every month.
Let me see.
We both sign it when I get the money.
Okay. Is there Mr. Wolfhart?
There is, but...
Wait, why'd you hesitate? He's either there or he's not. Boy, that was odd.
No, yes, there is, but he's home. He's not feeling well.
Oh,
No.
that is such malarkey.
Oh, I know
Let's
that.
see. His two sons, his daughter, and his wife are here. But, he happens to have a cold this morning? Seriously, do you think it was born yesterday?
He goes to hyperbaric chamber every morning because he has a toe ulcer.
Go ahead.
She didn't tell my father she was suing me for $5,000. I received a letter in the mail at work. I ran to the bathroom crying hysterically, calling my father, which he said he didn't know that she made these claims in court. And he said that he was going to try to take care of it, but he's scared of her and he didn't.
Do you have a relationship with your father?
Yes, I do. I talk to my father all the time.
Do you have a relationship with any of your brothers?
Not at all, no.
Why?
Last year on my birthday, my brother ran up the block, took off his shirt, pushed me to the ground. As I got up from the ground, he punched me in the face.
Why?
My friend was here with me. My mother did not see any of this. My mother was in the house.
But why?
Because he is a very aggressive.
Yeah, but why?
And he's
What
probably on
actually
roids.
happened? Usually there's something that happened.
Okay,
Not a good reason, but a reason. Why?
It was my birthday.
Right.
My mom calls me, tells me to come home to have cake. I come home. My brother's there with his girlfriend who has a problem with me.
Okay.
He has people that I used to be friends with at the house, and they're all standing there laughing at me. So I tell my dad, Daddy, I don't want to have cake right now. People are here that I'm not good friends with. I'm going to leave. I'll have either my cake tomorrow or later on. My father says, all right. I leave with her and my boyfriend. My brother runs up the block, takes off his shirt, pushes me to the ground. As I get up, he punches me in the face. And this is not the first time he's hit me. He hit me 2 weeks before that. He was downstairs screaming about me, calling me a... I open my door. I'm like, excuse me? He comes running up the stairs.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
How old is he?
He's 21.
Go on.
I think it's really sad that me and him don't talk right now. It really bothers me because we were really close. And then I had to call the cops because it wasn't the first time he hit me. And I did feel really bad, but I asked the cops, I said, is there any other way I can get a restraining order without having him arrested? I asked the cops that. And the cops told me, no, he has to be arrested for you to get a restraining order. So I said, fine, if that's what has to be done, then do it. So they did that.
And then what happened with the criminal charges?
And then...
Come on up, please.
So he ended up taking the plea after, I think, 2 court appearances. And then the night of that, my mother had called me and left me a voicemail telling me that if I didn't drop the charges against Matthew Wolfett, I would find all my stuff outside and I couldn't come home. So I've been out of the house since.
Okay. What's your version on this?
She came inside the house flipping out when she saw my girlfriend in the house. I walk outside, she starts screaming, your girlfriend's a she's gonna everyone in the neighborhood, the whole 9 yards. She starts screaming about my girlfriend, who's I'm with still. So at that point, I say, you're not going to talk about my girlfriend the way that you talked about my ex-girlfriend, because that's how all my other fights started with my sister. Any arguments, anything we got into is because she didn't like them. So at that point, I was standing up for my girlfriend, where that's where the argument started from. Her and them two are going at it. Once I stepped in the middle of both of it, that's when she started to get physical. So all I did was I pushed her and said, get out of my face. As I pushed her back, she came to charge at me a second time. My girlfriend and her boyfriend, Devin, were standing right to the side of me. Her boyfriend, Devin, put her hand out. As they both charged at me again, I pushed her a second time to the floor. She got back up, went to go charge at me a third time. Her boyfriend tackled her to the floor. My uncle ran out of the house into the middle of the street and broke us up and just said, "You go take a walk," and he started talking to my sister.
Where's your uncle? Why isn't your uncle here? Were you around when this happened?
No, I wasn't.
Let me ask you a question. Let me go back to your mom a second. I want to know, the tuition stuff happens in 2006. The lawyer stuff happens when?
2008.
She's never paid you one penny, right?
Nothing.
Now in 2010 comes, and it's your birthday. You get the settlement what day?
Last year, October of 2010.
But in September 30th is your birthday?
Yes.
September 30th, the events with your brother happen. You went in and got a restraining order, and you got your brother arrested.
Yes.
Your mother then tells you, get your stuff out of the house.
You want to hear the recording?
You did, yes, I want to hear that.
First, save voice message. Before you can come back in this house, I want the report from the police department that all charges are dropped against Matthew Wolfe. I want to make it very clear to you. Like the state agency said, I'm responsible for you until you're 21. You're over 21 now, and that's it. You better call me back, or else I'm going to change the locks. And it's going to be the end of that, and you'll find all your stuff from your home in the garden on the sidewalk. Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm responsible for what, did she say?
She's responsible for me until I'm 21. But also, I suffer from a seizure condition and hypothyroidism. I came to pick up my medicine a week after she kicked me out, and she threw all my medicine out. I had no seizure medicine. I had to run to it.
Throw out her seizure medicine?
No.
Yes, she did.
So would you ever sue your daughter?
No, that's family. You never sue your family.
But if the family disrespects you, would you sue her?
No, I feel like families have their own means of dealing with their problems.
You got a lot of daughters who are going to stiff you a lot, going inside the courtroom.
What ended up happening with the criminal case against you?
They said on the day of whenever
Do you have
it
paperwork?
finished.
Because what?
No, they didn't give us any.
They just said it was expunged the day
it was
the day that's on there. They said it's
Okay, but
ACD.
did you plead guilty, yes or no?
no.
Okay, so what do we have here? We have you paying for school in 2006.
It was actually 2008 that she paid for it. It was one semester. I received 10 grand from my grandmother after she passed away, which paid for the school. And she knows that. My grandmother left us each 10 grand. So the first 10 grand of school was paid for by my money.
Did your grandmother, whose mother is it? Her mother?
Her mother.
My
Did your mother leave 10 grand for each kid for school?
She told the kids that she did. But when she passed away, my stepfather was the executor of the estate. He's the one that if there was any property or anything that she left, it went to him. And now he is deceased.
Did you ever tell that to the kids? Did you ever hear that before?
Nope.
Gentlemen? The first time you're hearing it is here on People's Court. Come on up, switch with your brother, please. Was it your understanding, and you're under oath, okay? Was it your understanding that your grandmother left $10,000 for each of you for college?
This is the first time I'm hearing of this.
Of the 10,000?
Yes.
He knew about it. She told him, your 10 grand is up. If you want to continue school, get another job or take out a student loan.
When did you start college?
Me?
No, you.
August 2006.
Okay. And she has a canceled check here for July 7th of 2006 for $1,914. Then there's the attorney's fees.
She never told me to pay her back, Judge.
Okay.
She
What
never
evidence
told
do you
me.
have that this is anything other than you helping out your kids for a little bit at least? You paid for some of his, and then you told him to get a job. So why wouldn't I believe that you paid for some of hers without expecting to be paid back? See, a lot of bad blood has happened between the two of you. It's not just that you're mad at her because she ended up getting your son arrested, okay? But it's also, because you threw her out then, I heard the tape. So there's obvious bad blood between the two. Then the very next month, she gets a settlement check of how much for the accident?
$11,163.
And then did she ever call you and say, where's my cut?
No, she never
Okay.
called me at all since
Did
she
she
left
ever
that
find
voicemail.
out about the $11,000?
Yes,
How do you know that she found out?
My father said a letter was sent to the house in my name from the lawyer, and she opened it and saw that I received a settlement.
So she opened up your mail?
Yep.
After
Yes, she
you'd
did.
moved out and saw that you received it, and your father
Yes.
cued you into that. All right. Now, not only does she get your son arrested, which you didn't like, obviously, but she gets a settlement, and then she doesn't share. But there's a third thing that happens, isn't there? You file a petition to have her involuntarily committed. Tell me about that.
The mental hygiene warrant comes about. We went to the...
Comes about because you make it come about.
My son Matthew and I, we went to the 68th precinct.
Which one's Matthew?
The purple
defendant
shirt.
In the criminal case. Go ahead.
Right. Me and him, we went to the domestic violence in the 68th precinct.
What day?
This was October 1st, the day of his arrest.
Okay.
We explained to them the situation, what happened the day before. And that's when we had found out that there was a warrant for his arrest, but he turned himself in. And the domestic violence lady said that whatever the things that you're telling me that what happened, you should go and file a mental hygiene warrant.
Okay.
After I filed it.
Which is attempting to get a court order to have her involuntarily committed.
Right.
Okay.
That was October 3rd or October 4th is when I filed for it. The court was October 20th. That judge dismissed it.
Right. After a hearing.
After hearing it, not
You
only...
testified.
Right. When
You
she testified in court...
I read the transcript.
Right.
The judge listened to the two of you, and then the judge threw out your request.
Right.
He didn't really buy it.
Right. And she also
Thought there might be a little bad blood going on.
Right. And that...
Here's what I don't get that I need you to help me with. Only one of two things is possible. Why would you think your daughter needed to be involuntarily committed? That she was mentally incapable of taking care of herself, that she's a danger to herself or a danger to others. Why did you think that?
Because in 2009, she attacked me.
Because a year earlier, she'd attacked you?
She attacked me. I have
That's
pictures on my phone of bruises.
This has nothing to do with the suspicious timing of the criminal charges against your son that you want to drop.
No.
And it has nothing to do with the fact that she had received an award and you just found out about that. It had nothing to do. That wasn't vengeance, right? It wasn't anger.
No.
Okay, so because a year earlier she attacked you, you now wanted her involuntarily committed after all this other stuff?
No, over the period of a whole year, she's thrown phones at us, shoes at us. She's punched the walls in my house. Or if I had no milk in the house, she'd scream and holler.
So you moved to have your daughter put in a mental institution.
I wanted her evaluated.
And how'd that go? Not so good. The judge dismissed it.
Right.
One of two things is occurring here. Either you really believe that your daughter's mentally unstable, or you are a vicious witch who did it out of vengeance. Those are the only two possibilities. And what I don't understand as the mother of three is I want to believe that you're not just a vicious witch who has a place reserved in hell. I want to believe that you actually really are worried about her mental health.
I am.
If that's true, why am I here today? What do you think it does to the mental health of someone to sue them over tuition money from 5 years ago? What do you think it does to them to put them through pitting family member against family member? Are you just mentally off yourself that you would do that to somebody that you believe is mentally unstable? Or is it what she says, that you're just vindictive and you can't stop? You just can't stop yourself.
No.
I don't think you have any evidence that she's supposed to pay you back. I find in favor of the defendant in this case.
The defendant has won this case here in the People's Court. Plaintiff stepping out of the courtroom. First of all, what has all this accomplished for you?
Nothing much. I tried it. I told the truth, everything. I had all my checks, evidence that I paid for her schooling.
Why no loan agreement between the two of you?
Because I figured she's my daughter. That's why I had a loan agreement here with my son to make sure I get paid back.
Mm-hmm. Do you love your daughter?
Yes, I do.
All right. Come on in here. All right, you're like yelling at her as she's leaving the courtroom. What
I'm telling my brothers that they should
leave
leave because, trust me, moving out of there, I'm a lot happier of a person. I'm doing so much better with my life, not having her being an abusive mother.
What's it like to be in there? You did win the case, but your whole family's on the other side of the courtroom against you.
It's hard, but at least I have my dad talking to me.
Let's go to Harvey.
Okay, Kurt, there are many cities that have these mediation services specializing in trying to resolve family disputes before they get violent or completely out of control. So you could call your social services department in your county. You may be able to get one of these mediation services for free, and they can help a lot.